Hi, this is Shannon. This is Bio 225. This is week number 6, and this is going to be kind of a short video because I've already done some of it, and then the specimen is going to have to sit for a couple of hours before I, excuse me, put the specimen or put the antibiotics with the specimen. So I'm just going to kind of do the part where I put the specimen in the agar plate that I've already prepared. So I already wrote on it, I divided it so it shows which antibiotics are gonna go where. So, and the agar is already hardened. So I should be able to spread the S epidermidis with the L-shaped spreader. I'm gonna put 8 drops in here after I sterilize my specimen that contains my microbe, the tube. I'm going to put 8 drops in the middle of the agar plate. I'm going to let that soak in for a couple of hours after I kind of spread that around. And then once that is done, then I will put the antibiotics on the labeled spot where it is. So then that will sit for a while, and then I'll take a picture of that, the finished product. So again, part of it's already done because I already did the agar plate. I'm going to put the S epidermidis on the agar, let it sit for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to put the little antibiotic discs on each spot already labeled. And then we're going to see what happens with the antibiotics and whether or not they're resistant to them and all of that. So that is super fun. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I have pipettes already sitting in alcohol. I'm going to go ahead and make sure those are really good and empty and ready for me. And I'm going to first sterilize my tube real quick. Then I'm going to pull up some of the S epidermidis, epidermitis, I'm not sure exactly, I think I've heard it both ways. I'm going to pull up the microbe, put it on the agar plate, 8 drops, and then we're going to let that soak in after we kind of spread it around. And we should be set. So I'm supposed to pull up 0.5 mLs here. That smells really awful, to be honest. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm gonna just put that in there for a minute. I think I'm all done with that, so I can probably go ahead and get rid of the specimen, but I don't know that that's the case. So this looks to be sterile. So I'm only going to touch this part, the handle part, and then I'm going to spread this around on the agar, making sure that it's evenly spread around. And we're going to let that really soak in. Once I get it spread around, I'm going to take a good look and see if it looks like it's even doing anything so far. I'm supposed to leave it and not mess with it for 1 to 2 hours before I do anything with the antibiotics. I think I got it all on there. Gonna let that get in there really good. going to dispose of this in some bleach. I don't think I need the L spreader again. And that is going to conclude it. Again, I'm going to leave this sit for 1 to 2 hours, and on the agar plate, let it really soak in. Make sure that it's absorbed, and then I'm not going to do anything with it for a couple of hours. So again, this part of it, preparing it, getting it all ready, this is going to be my video, and then the rest will just be pictures. So again, I'm going to let this sit for 1 to 2 hours, and then I'm going to drop the antibiotic discs onto the labeled section of the agar with the finished incubation of the S. epidermidis onto the agar, and then we will see what happens with that microbe with the antibiotics. And that concludes this video for week 6 Bio 225.